in the final stretch of our Scottish National Trail journey. This is our final section heading to Cape Wrath on the Cape Wrath Trail out of Inverlael. We've just had a wonderful, restful day off in Alipool and are ready to go. Sunny today. DEET just kills these suckers on contact. Look at those dead midges. Welcome to Midgeland, home of the midges. It's a midge metropolis. A path has appeared in the grass. Hello, monsieur. How is your croissant?
Oh, mon Dieu.
Look how cubic the crystals of those rocks must be for them to have fractured like that.
It's been a lot of walking through really sharp heather. My legs are getting all cut up.
This is Melissa. Tentatively planning the rest of our day as we relax inside this fisherman's shack.
On the road again. I'm so glad to be back on the road again. We can see our schoolhouse bothy there.
It is supposed to be in an old one-room schoolhouse, so as teachers we thought this was a must. So, got some old desks here, so it used to be a school. And then another sleeping area. Cool.
So last night was really our second night in a bothy, and the first one was so magical in Glenfeshie. And last night was fine, but it's one thing, like, people just can't keep coming in, and there just wasn't a lot of room, so then people start getting on the floor and then tiptoeing around the people on the floor in the morning was not my favorite because we're early risers. Boy Gold Bridge. Oiko. The hiking's a bit boring this morning, but I really like this road. Look at that beautiful benching. No potholes, hardly any rocks. So we're famous now. Like, for real, the word has gotten out. All the midgies have called all their cousins, all their brothers, all their second cousins, aunties. They're all here for the show. They are loving us. This is an area popular with fisher people, excuse me. I think this is just a communal net, just hanging out. Looks like we have hit the end of our road, and now it's back to, you guessed it, bogs! Walking through this boggy stuff is always a little bit frustrating for me because I'm a good 6-7 inches shorter than Tony, so I have to take 3 steps for every 2, and I have to keep reminding myself that because he goes so much faster than me through this, because he can just like step over stuff and I have to like puzzle it out. But somebody has built these in several places, which is so nice. This is literally the first Cape Wrath trail that we've seen. So we're gonna get some markers. They still have these blue markers when it's like super obvious where we're supposed to go. I wish they would put the markers up in that kind of stuff, which is where we're heading. That's exciting. You gotta love a windy rock outcrop for a break next to a waterfall. What you eating?
Belgian chocolate cookies.
We think we can see our Belak right there. So that's where we're heading. All right, and so this is where our trail has petered out, and we basically have to overland all the way up and over. That looks wicked steep. I think this is definitely the hardest Belak that we've done so far, combined with all that contouring. It's a really challenging section for sure. I'm glad it's not raining. Oh, so close. Woot! Woot, 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 woot.
Scotland doesn't know how to place a cairn, right? Just pile up a few rocks and then pile up a few rocks, a couple 100 feet in the future. But like we're going up and down, left, right, up, down, in gullies. We can't find the trail.
But it's really pretty. Inch and a half. Not a lot here, but there is a hostel. We are explorers, so Ultra, I don't really know what to say, but this is like 100 miles and this whole thing is falling apart, and I'm breaking up with you. So I have a little bit of duct tape with me. I chose to go ahead and duct tape this shoe. My left shoe has also started wearing, but I'm gonna try to reserve the duct tape for the shoe that is like basically ripped from here to here. You just gotta make it 70 more miles, okay? Can you do that for me? Once I started walking, I realized that this was just as bad almost, so now I'm completely out of duct tape. Good thing this gate's here to keep the riffraff out. Here is our one and only Belak for today. In the United States, I would probably complain about this trail bed as being too rocky, but this is a really good trail bed for Scotland.
We have to go down there and pick up that trail. Somewhere in that chasm, I think it's supposed to be the highest waterfall in the UK.
Whew, steep descent here. Now I have a boggy stretch from here over to a lake. It was supposed to be kind of pathless, but as you can see, there's definitely some path here. Here is the UK's highest waterfall. Not the fullest, but it's very pretty. I'm really tired of this up and down bog walking. Particularly hot today. No breeze. And those horseflies just like to fly right at your face. I'm like, there's so much space out here. Why does everything want to get my face? Smelling a little low tidey here. All right, the other side. Yeah. Seaweed. Crunchy. Track. It's been a tough day. But the plan as of this morning, and it was still the plan, was to bypass that Bathy that we just passed a little while ago and make it all the way back to the A road and hitch back to the hostel because we really liked it. The tape held on my left foot for about 17 miles almost. Right one's still kind of going strong. Now, the moment of truth. My least favorite part is hitching. But fingers crossed. It only took us 10 minutes, and that lovely couple in that car from Germany on holiday brought us right here. It was a really nice chat. Tony offered to buy this duct tape, and they just said we could have it. Daily shoe taping complete. We were really lucky. We got a hitch last night. We benefited from staying back here at the lodge. It was really nice. But now we kind of have to face the consequences of our decision in hoping that we can get a hitch on this pretty empty road here. There's not a lot of traffic this morning. It's been about an hour. We're starting to wonder if it's the kiss of death that we chose to come here. Because if we can't get started soon, then we won't be able to make the miles that we need to make. We got it. From here you can really see we hiked all through there and then down through here and around that sea lock and then up and over this and then a sea lock there and came here and then came back up here.
Seeing our highest concentration of lock-ins we have the entire trip. You can see there's lakes everywhere, just tons and tons of water up here in the high country. At this point, the trail is supposed to leave the road we're on and head up towards that ridge. We are going to stay on the trail, head down toward the lake and the A road. The biggest issue we have right now is actually Melissa's shoes. Like, she's literally holding them together with duct tape. So as much as we hate road walking, we feel like heading down to the flat top surface of the A road might be the safest thing right now, because the worst thing that could happen is if her shoes literally fall off on a bog in the middle of nowhere.
Got a pretty good rain going today. It's actually supposed to rain for the next 2 days, which is a bummer that it's our final 2 days. But hopefully it'll just be that off and on stuff that we normally get. I thought Rudolph lived at the North Pole. The road to Kinloch Burvey. Only one more day. We don't get to eat like this for much longer. We get to slack pack here on our final day.
The S&T pieces together a bunch of different ways and trails all across Scotland and ends on the Cape Wrath Trail, which, as its name suggests, ends at Cape Wrath. There are 3 factors that you have to consider when you finish the trail. First of all, the military range is only accessible by a private road, so cars can't get in except for the official shuttle. The shuttle takes you to a ferry which runs daily to Durness. However, because of the Highland Games, neither of those 2 things are running. The third factor, which is a little crazier, is that military range at the drop of a hat will sometimes begin firing live ammunition. And they'll put up these red flags that say, hey, you can't come here today. So we've heard from several reliable sources that they're going to be firing today. All of that means we're going to have to end our hike about 5 miles short at a beautiful location called Sandwood Bay. So that's actually where we're hiking today. We're not going to make it all the way to Cape Wrath, but we're still going to end at a beautiful place that's really going to put a nice cap on our adventure.
Welcome to Sandwood Bay. This is a very popular hike, by the way. A lot of people coming out here just to hike out to Sandwood. Some final poop-covered sheeps. What's up? It's really nice and windy today, so there's no midgies on us, which is really great. This is a lovely way to end. My gosh, this is really pretty.
Lovely!
So Cape Wrath is 5 miles that way, but they're going pew, 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 pew. So we cannot go.
We have arrived at Sandwood Bay, and it is a beautiful beach. We've reached the end of the road. The Scottish National Trail is complete, so we are done for the summer.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. And then check with us next summer. We're going to be hiking the Montana section of the Continental Divide Trail.